and welcome. Well, it's been a long time coming. It's been a very much a long time coming for this beer. It's been a long time, in fact, that I've been asking for something like this, and I've been told that it's going to be happening, that it has been pretty much a year. So, without further ado, I have got Toolshed's barrel-aged beer. That's right, they actually did a barrel-aged beer. And it is, a barrel series. It's hard to read this, but that's okay. And handcrafted beer, best served with a story. And if you don't know Toolshed stuff, they have a story for every single beer they have. If you ever tour their stuff, you'll find that Graham and his co-owner have a lot of stories behind their beers. Limited release, experimental, buzzworthy, barrel aged, kapow. These are just a few of the many impactful words that describe what you currently hold in your hand. Each release of beers from our barrel aged series shows off different types of barrels, souring techniques, aging, and some good old experimentation from our brewers. We hope you enjoy drinking them as much as we enjoy brewing them. Head to toolshedbeer.com to learn more about the current release. They want us to head to there. All right, fine, I'll do that. Well, there's nothing. There is nothing about this beer on their website. Yeah, absolutely nothing about their beer on this website. However, I do know it is a barrel-aged stout, and we are going to open it up. And, well, it's already opened. Apparently, there's been a few complications. One of which being that it's overcarbonated. I was told I should let this sit for about 20 minutes. I've let it sit for about 10-15 minutes and there's still a lot of carbonation in it. Which is fine. I was warned about this. So this is a big warning. They've never ever bottled before, so the carbonation is a little bit off. They always do their stuff in cans, so they actually had help to get it bottled. Didn't quite turn out the way they wanted it to, which is fine. That's it happens. It honestly does happen. So yes, I've been letting this sit open, getting some air for the last little bit. I'm not exactly going to let it sit in the glass open for, well, I'm going to try. But yeah, that's part and parcel of the problem with this beer. But that being said, that's only a minor setback. This is the first in their series. There's going to be some issues. No matter what, you're going to have some problems. God, I have problems when I review. It's just a fact of life. It happens. But this was actually bottled in November, and I've been having it on my floor or in my fridge for the past little bit. And yeah, it's definitely one that has a lot of carbonation involved in it, and it's understandable to see what's going on here. So we're going to try and power our way through this. Not going to be easy, but we'll give it a shot. Really can't smell much through the foam. You do have a sort of boozy wooden smell to it. All right, well, I'm going to try and give a taste through this, and we'll go from there. That's interesting. Coming in at 6%, it actually helps out with the flavor a little bit. You get a nice oaky tannin taste with it. There's a lot of, you get a bitterness of a bourbon as well. There is a lot of each and the flavor doesn't go away. It's actually quite nice. The stout is a little light. I'm not getting a lot of burnt malts in there. I'm getting more flavor from the barrel than I am from the beer. So the contrast between barrel and beer, a little heavy on the barrel. That being said, it's refreshing. It's decent, it's good. You do get a small bit of the roasted malts at the very back end. So you get like a little bit of a bitter bite. But overall, it's more about the barrel than the beer. It's a great attempt at a barrel-aged beer. And I know how tough it is to make these. And you're supposed to let it sit. I mean, look at the head is going down on it quite nicely, but there is a lot of carbonation that's coming off of it, but the beer itself doesn't feel heavily carbonated in my mouth because the carbonation is actually starting to mellow out as the bubbles dissipate and actually foams up and everything. So the carbonation is still quite good, even though it gives off a monstrous head. Yeah, I'm getting more of the barrel than the beer. I love Toolshed stuff, I really do, and I've been really excited about this one. And this one, I want to see it aged. I want to see how well it ages, but unfortunately, the bottles I have left over are going out to people that I wanted to see what their opinions are, as pretty much a gift between reviewers. But it is a great attempt. I want to see what they can do with either their people skills or their IPA. I'm kind of curious about that. But the beer itself needs to be a little stronger. The stout that they used, if I remember correctly, is a flat cap stout. It's a great beer, absolutely wonderful. Barrel aging it, it's missing a little something. Yeah, I'm not getting the beer taste I want. I like it. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a good beer. I'm gonna drink it all. Now we have a better combination. So the first pour you get is not easy to do. There. See? Carbonation's died down a lot. It's actually looking a little better. So basically you had to pour out the first glass, get the carbonation going, then pour the second glass to make it look, to get the carbonation and the liquid and the foam all balanced out. As Graham told me, it was a little bit tough to do. He did warn me about that. I did go in thinking about that, and I'm not gonna dock him points for that. That's something I can't do because he did warn me, but other people may dock him points for that because they may not have been warned. Still amazing. Absolutely still amazing in that aspect. Beer needs to be stronger. Beer needs to be a little bit more in there. Even though it comes in at 6%, it should have been a little bit more heavier. The barrels, they're fresh. Like, you can tell that there's some good barrels there. I'm not going to deny that. It's a good barrel-aged beer. Light. A lot of people would like this. I like it to be combined nicely. A little bit heavy on the barrels, light on the beer. That's the way I see it. But yeah, overall, score, I've given it a 3.5 to 3.75 out of 5. Great flavor for the barrels. Missing on the beer. Head, I can't dock it for that one. That's not his fault. It's a learning experience. No matter what, as a brewer, you're still learning. I would probably screw this up so badly if my first beer was a barrel-aged beer. Plain and simple. I still drink it. And as you can see, it's trying to come out of the glass right now. And it's still growing in the glass. I want to see more from the barrel-aged series. I love to, I've always wanted to see what they can do with their stuff. I love barrel-aged stuff. I want to see what else they have in the way of a barrel-aged series, and I know that they'll be able to do it. It just takes a little bit of time. But this one, a great first attempt. So what do you guys think? Did you have your bottle explode on you? I know that this sold out within 3 days, and I don't blame them. Everyone's been wanting Toolshed to do this, and they finally did it. But the next batch that they do, I know that they're going to work harder to make this better. And again, it's their very first one pretty much. I don't think they've done any other barrel aged. They've done casks, but I don't think they were, well, they did one with Darth Wiener, but they didn't sell it. It was just basically, I'm making this beer for charity type thing, and I don't think they ever sold it because I never got my hands on it, for one. And for two, I don't know if it actually did sell. But if it did, great. I missed it. But aside from that, yeah. I want to see more barrel aged. I'm not going to fault them for that. They've got a great thing going. Now, they just need to perfect it a little bit more. That's all. So, for now, folks, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to enjoy it. And, yeah. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you pissed off at the head? It can be a major thing that people don't like, but at the same point in time, you learn. You absolutely learn. I know I would learn from that. Everything's a learning curve. So, for now, I'm PK saying cheers. Stay foamy, frosty, and we'll see you real soon. Well, I've got a bitter foam to it. Thanks again. Wow. Good night.